Hey guys, it should be Thursday when you're hearing this because right now I'm recording it Wednesday night. I wanted to go over a couple of things with you. First, I miss you a lot. Thank you for working hard, communicating with me, and asking questions because that's what I want. I hope you fully appreciate the memes that I'm sharing with you because that's very important to me also. Hopefully, yesterday you worked somewhat, meaning Wednesday, you worked somewhat on the article of the week and you looked at what is a monster, what is a hero, and then also the anticipation guide. All three of those are in Google Classroom, and because of someone's request, I made everything except the etymology worksheet due Friday. That's not saying you have to do it all Friday, but that gave you 4 days to work on it, and I need you to let me know how you're doing with pacing because, as I've told you before, I never know exactly how long things will take. Some of you work faster than others, but I do want you to keep up a certain pace or you'll get behind. I don't want that because there has to be an eventual due date. I've decided that I am a helicopter teacher. I'm worried about y'all, but I'm feeling better because I feel like you're communicating with me when you need to. Yesterday, Wednesday, hopefully you completed the anticipation guide. In a perfect world, we would be discussing that. I can set up, a discussion online if you want to live. One thing is that you're all working at different paces, so I don't know how really that would work. So I guess right now we're doing kind of one-on-one, and you're asking questions by text or email as you have them. Another assignment that you were working on was definition of a hero, heroes in the past. I'll be looking at that, I guess, as of Friday. I might go ahead and start looking at some of them now that have already been completed, but since the due date's not Friday, I haven't really looked at those. Please note that I am making marks in Power School as far as missing assignments and completed assignments, and that's so that until I get them all graded, you still know what I've received and what I haven't. And part of that is a communication to you so that if you think you've submitted something and I show that it's missing, you need to communicate with me and text me or email me and let me know, and I'll go back and check. I have plenty of time to do that. I'm here all day, every day. Okay, Thursday. This is today, hopefully. Article of the week time, use it or lose it. Again, I hope you're pacing yourself very well. This link is a link to a little clip about Stan Lee. I know some of y'all are into the different movies, and I think he's Marvel. I'm really kind of clueless. But I want to say about this time last year, or one of my semesters, Stan Lee passed away, and there was just a really good video about him and his heroes and why he made the movies that he made and the impact that they had, and I hope you will enjoy that. And then when it comes to the substance of darkness of our monsters, I have a clip here from Harry Potter. A lot of y'all haven't seen the movies, read the books, but there's something called Dementors, and they were actually described by J.K. Rowling after the death of her mother. She became very depressed, and she felt like all joy was being sucked out of her soul. And to her, that's what depression is. And she, I guess, through personification of sorts, created these beings called Dementors that are somewhat transparent, and they flow around, but they're kind of creepy, and they suck out your soul. And I thought that was kind of a cool way for her to take her emotions and put it into her book and text. So, and then somebody said that's how it feels when all your classmates, that's how it feels. Always tweaking. When all your classmates are copying your homework. Ha ha ha. Also on Thursday, if you haven't already done this, some of you might have worked ahead. Take notes on the epic hero, alliteration, caesura, and kenning. add these notes to the other notes that you have that we started when I was there, history of the English language and various things you've taken. Since you've made the notes of that history of the English language in 10 minutes, which was really 11 minutes, some of you gave that to Mrs. Brown to scan, and I have those. I've checked them off, so you probably need to ask for those back. And those of you who sent me a picture of them, hold on to them, because all of these notes are going to be used in some work that you do next week. We've already talked about how Beowulf was a hero from the Geats, a tribe living in southern Sweden. It is an English poem, but it is set entirely in Scandinavia. The first two battles take place in Denmark, and the final one in Geatland, which was also somewhere in Scandinavia. Again, next week you will have an assignment on which you may use all of your notes, including the annotations we're going to start today, so please copy them as they appear in this presentation. I like this little picture. It came up in PowerPoint. I have been invited to a website for teachers, and it's Teacher Meets, and they're kind of cool. Some of them are inappropriate, so I probably won't share them. But I kind of like this one, and some of you need to maybe wear a sign that says, "Please don't talk to me, I have no self-control, and will talk to you for 2 hours and get no work done." We don't want that to happen. Okay, so again, this is Norway, Denmark, Sweden. Denmark is where the first two battles take place. There are 3 battles total. Third one takes place when Beowulf goes back to his home country of Sweden, I believe 50 years after the original battles. This is United Kingdom plus North Ireland. This is Scotland. England, Wales is over here, Ireland is here. Northern Ireland is actually part of the United Kingdom. Ireland is its own country, and that's gone back and forth over the years. Okay, so again, use all background knowledge from the past 2 weeks as we read and annotate together. I know some of you will want to read on your own, but I'll be teaching as I read. The only difference, and it's a big difference, is we won't be able to fully discuss it together. That does make me very, very sad, but I hope you'll send questions. And I'm going to try to, again, I'm going to try to do my part the way I would if I were there, and just hope that you follow along and in your brain you're having a discussion with me. If you want to do it on Google Classroom, I can probably, let's see, the stream, this is for 4th block. But I think I can go back and forth on here. So if I hear the little beep and somebody has said something, I can switch to this screen, and then we can go back to this screen. This is my trial run, but I'm going to make sure it works before I upload it in a minute. Okay, so I guess this is where I'm starting. I'll give a link here. I just bought an app called Screencastify, and I have a year's membership, which means I have unlimited video length. Otherwise, it would just be 5 minutes long, and that's not nearly long enough for me. So probably first thing Thursday morning before second block begins, I'll get up and start on the text, and I'll probably break it into chunks. And I do need feedback from y'all about, whether or not you get started on it Thursday. Probably a couple of you will, Gunnar. I'm not sure about anybody else, but, again, you're kind of working at your own rate. Friday, your article of the week is due. That's when I put the due dates for the other works, just because somebody asked me to have them all due on Friday to give you all week to work on them. Please notice the meme. Fights so he can die in battle and go to Valhalla. Never loses a fight. Therefore, he never goes to Valhalla. That's supposed to be kind of, significant. So, annotate. Some of you might finish part 1 today. Others might need Monday. Try to keep moving and pacing yourselves. And I will try to get at least the first part of part 1 record it in the morning. And again, text me if you're behind or ahead or whatever you need. The packet I left on the table adjacent to my desk. And this should be what the cover looks like. It's a little introduction to Beowulf. We'll go over this together. This is where I'll start first thing in the morning. And then I'm going to switch over to a packet that looks like yours. Yes, the lack of symmetry is going to drive me crazy, but I used a copier and scanner at my house, so this is what it came up with. So we're going to start on all this tomorrow and start with part 1, which is about Grendel. So again, you have this page on top and this page, and this document is from a later version of the textbook. And since your copies are from this version, I think it would be best to use the version that you have because the line numbers are different and that would be very confusing. So hopefully you're in this PowerPoint. You're going to go back to Thursday when you've taken all the notes and finished. If you want to, you can finish everything that's due on Friday and then devote whatever time you have today or all day tomorrow to part 1. I've started on Mondays, but I haven't gone terribly far because I kind of wanted to get feedback and see how y'all are doing. And I can, record the rest this weekend. Let me see if this will work. This is thanks to Rogelio. Rogelio posted this on my Instagram page, I believe, or else he just sent it to me. I think I shared it on Facebook because I was so honored that someone created this on my behalf. So it just is one of the coolest things that's happened to me in my teaching career. So going back to today, this is as of now slide 54, where the text will begin. I'm going to put this little recording, where will I put it? I guess I'll put it, in a slide after the map. And give me feedback. I hope my voice does not put you to sleep or give you nightmares. Miss you a lot. Bye.